Hi, I'm Paul Lazarovich. Welcome to this edition of Cranberry Country Journal. Since 1993, we've been bringing you a little slice of life of the people, places, and activities that make the Cranberry Country area a special place to call home. And we want to tell you some things that are going on in the summertime here. We are here at the beautiful Lakeville Country Club to talk about a tournament that's coming up, sponsored by the Lions Club. And in our second part of our program, you're going to learn a little bit more about Dolphins and perhaps how you can get your kids to be in a TV series that will be filming right here in Cape Cod. We'll love that and some more as Cranberry Country Journal continues right after this. Stick around. Welcome back to Cranberry Country Journal. We're here on site at the beautiful Lakeville Country Club, and we're here with three beautiful guys here from the Lakeville Lions Club who have joined us. We have my far right, Jay Catalano. In the center, we have the president and the king lion, Shauna Hurd. And over to my right is Dave Rose, some names and faces you probably recognize if you're from the Lakeville area. And gentlemen, thanks for being on the program.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Hey, tell me about the Lakeville Lion Club tournament. What day and how do we go about joining it?
Well, it's July 19th.
Okay.
It's here at the Lakeville Country Club. We've been doing it for 20 years. This is our 20th year, and we're looking for players. It's $120 per person, 4-team mixed men or women,
Yep.
and we have quite a day planned.
You say 14. What happens if it's just one person? Will you put them on a team?
Absolutely. We have teams that we can fill in singles or doubles or put two teams of two together. So if you're interested in playing and you don't have a full team, give me a call, and I'd be happy to place you on a team.
Now, how about someone out there's watching this and saying, I play golf a couple times a year. You're not looking for Arnold Palmer types, are you?
This is a scramble format. It's to have a good time. You can play once a year. You can play and haven't played in 5 years. It doesn't matter. Everybody gets to hit a shot from each place the ball lands. It's a pretty simple game, and just to come out and have fun.
Have some fun, yeah. If anyone wants to come out just for the activities and not play golf, is that part of it too? They pay the ticket, right?
Absolutely. You can just pay for a meal. That day it's $20 if you just want to come and eat. And we have a lot of gifts and prizes, raffles. We'll have some silent auction items. We'll be eating under the tent over there. The bar will be open. And if you want to just come and support the Lions Club that day without golfing, you're welcome to come to do that.
Let me ask Chana and Jay, what are some of the activities for the day that are going on? Do you have any hole-in-one contest?
Well, we have a hole-in-one. We have a longest drive. What else do we have, Jay?
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. We have a skins pool, which really brings a lot of the activity in. It creates
Jay, I'm not a golfer. What's a skins pool?
Mr. Rose can explain.
Oh, okay.
It. He
Well,
runs it.
Everybody puts in to a pool, and that day we run a skins side bet pool. And any team like that birdies or eagles a hole that day and that holes up wins the pool. Usually it's several $100s, and we've had times where there's been 2 or 3 teams that have split the pool, but usually there'll be one team that it'll hold up throughout the day, and it's a great little side addition for the guys that enjoy the little more competition and knowing there's some money out there to win.
Let me ask you, this is the 20th year. And I know the money goes to the Lakeville Club for some of your activities, but tell me about some of the activities, Chano or Jay?
Well, it actually doesn't go to the club. We any dollar that we raise
Yep.
for Lions fundraising actually goes to Lions causes.
Mm-hmm.
Our primary cause is Lions Eye Research, which has been going on for years and years now, since the early part of the 20th century. We raise money for scholarships at the high school. We raise money for hearing impaired. Help me out, Dave.
Eyeglasses.
Local disasters, they just give a lot of money to those people in the tornado. Our home office happens to be in Oak Brook, Illinois, and I know a local Lions Club, they gave $100,000 donation sponsored by International for that disaster with the hurricanes that just happened. So we give to local charities, softball, girls, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, a number of local events too that we try to support.
That's good to know, because I don't think a lot of people realize some of the activities. I mean, I never realized you were doing that for the victims recently in the disaster. So that's wonderful. Let me ask to Jay and Shauna, being members for a while. I know some people sometimes might be a little hesitant to join a club like the Lions Club. They're afraid of a commitment. They've got to be there once. Tell us, talk to someone. Get them to join. What can you tell them, Shauna and Jay?
It is a no-stress obligation. We are very, very relaxed. Our primary mission, we can just show you Dave's shirt of mine, is we serve. That's our slogan. And what we do is we encourage guys to come by, join us for a meeting or 2 meetings, find out more about Lionism, find out if it's a good fit, and then it's we like to have members get involved in projects. But it really is a no-stress situation. No one's going to hold a gun to your head and say you have to be involved. But typically the things we do are like this tournament. They're fun. Yeah. So everybody comes, everybody helps out a little bit, everybody has a good time. We have a nice Saturday in the sunshine, and it will be beautiful. It's guaranteed. And so if for anybody who's interested in actually finding out more about Lionism, you can contact me, contact Dave. Yep. Just call this number right here for the golf tournament. We'll get you Dave.
Yep. Once you give us that number, well,
it's 508-947-5823. Anybody who wants a application mailed to them or want to secure a team, you call me at that number, and we'll make sure that you get involved in that day.
But they better hurry up. Is there a deadline?
There is a deadline which will be 9 days before, July 10th. We'd like to have a commitment for teams by then, or commitment for singles or doubles, or anybody who'd just like to play that day. Give us a call.
Jay, I want to pick the golf score for that day for you?
Oh, the golf score is always an adventure, you know. Being a skins game and being a best ball, even someone as, moderate as me as a golfer can be competitive, and once in a while you come into a decent shot here and there, and it makes the day interesting. I'm down to golfing 3 or 4 times a year. And it's just a great day.
It's a fun
day. It brings back the old times when you used to play again, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great day.
Let people know what they're $120 buying. It's coffee and donuts in the morning. It's 18 holes of golf, a golf cart. You're involved in all the pools that day. Other than the skins, as a side pool, $20 per team. You can get in. You can not have to if you don't feel like it.
But you're automatically the closest to the pin, hole in one.
In on everything else. You get a steak bake feed at the end of the day, served right here, and then you have a chance at some great raffle prizes and some auction items. So, I mean, it's a great time to give some money and have a good time and help the Lions Club with all its charities.
So give us the date and telephone number to call and the cost again.
Yeah, again, it's July 19th. That's a Friday. It's at 8 o'clock shotgun here at the Lakeville Country Club. It's $120 per person. And it'll be a great time. And my number again is 508-947-5823. If you have any questions, you give me a call. I'd be happy to mail you something, or I'd be happy to secure a team by mailing me a check, and we'll get you in that day.
That sounds great. I think before we go, just quickly, I know people of years have been used to driving down Route 18. Not 18, I'm sorry,
105.
105, I'm sorry, getting my roads mixed up. And seeing Camp Jolie Hooker. Yep. And seeing the Lions Club there. What's going on with the status of the Lakeville Lions?
Well, we did sell our building. The overhead just got to be too immense over the years. We were basically running a business with volunteers. Right now we're meeting and building our membership back up, and with plans in the future of securing a clubhouse for ourselves for meeting, and just to be for our personal meetings and to do fundraisers, and obviously not going to be open to the public. Yeah. But right now we're in process of strengthening our membership and getting back to what we're all about, and that's raising money for charities.
Very nice. I'm sure you're all looking forward to that new addition, the new opening of the building, right?
Yes. Eventually, we're in process of looking for a place right now.
And where are you meeting now?
We are meeting at the back 9 at this time.
Great. Well, folks, you're probably going to get a rare treat here. Shauna Hurd, the King Lion, and one of the better golfers we've heard in Lions Country, is going to show us his winning form, and after you see him swing, you realize that anyone can come to this tournament,
That's
right?
right.
So
I would like to thank you for setting me up that way. I just would encourage everybody.
we're going to give you a setup. We're going to give you a setup like at a real television. John Hurd is coming to the 18th. This is a Cinderella story.
He's
addressing the ball.
He can't
Everybody
find his
keep your
pen.
eye on the ball and not this cord, mysteriously between my fingers.
Oh, what a shot.
Look at
That's-
that.
He got all of that one. I guess here we come.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you'll get to see John Hurd, Jay Catalano, and Dave Rose, and the other members of the Lions Club. It sounds like it's a great day. July 19th. Get those entries in by July 11th, and give Dave a call at 508-947-5823. Whether you're a golfer or not, or just coming here for some delicious food at the Lakeville Country Club, you can have a fun time.
It's always a great
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
Paul.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Always
Thanks
a
for having
great
us,
time.
Paul.
We're going to speak with someone from the Lakeville Country Club in a minute. You're going to hear all about this wonderful facility, so please stick around.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite.
Unearth hidden passion.
Mama, have a good time. One book could be the finest thing. Helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Welcome back to Cranberry Country Journal, and we're here at the beautiful Lakeville Country Club. We're spending a few moments with Carol Pickering, who's been nice enough in her busy day to visit with us and tell us about this beautiful golf course. First of all, I have to ask you, Carol, well, what's the par here for all those folks who want to play golf?
72.
72. And folks in the area may recognize this as the old Reservoir Heights or
Reservoir Heights, yeah.
Okay. So when did it become Lakeville Country Club with the new ownership?
The new owners bought it in 2011, in October of 2011. And since then, they've done a lot of work on the course. It looks beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The greens look great.
Yeah.
And they did a huge renovation to our clubhouse as well.
Now, one of the things I have to ask you, I stay away from golf clubs because I can't golf. I have trouble with the windmill and those little golf courses. But you've got a lot of activities going on here.
We do.
Tell us about some of the things.
Well, if you're not a golfer, we have a lot of things for non-golfers. On Sunday nights, we have a trivia night, which is team trivia. People come with friends, family. It's fun for all ages, and it goes from 5 to 7. Mondays, we have a cribbage tournament that's from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Nice.
Tuesdays, we do burgers on our bar. We have a golf league on Tuesday, which is about 100 golfers that go out about 4:30. So we do burgers on the bar for them, but it's also open to the public. So if people are looking for a place to go between 4:30 and 7 o'clock, there's nobody here because all the golfers are out on the course, which is really nice. And on Wednesday nights, we also have some things going on. On Thursdays, we have Texas Hold'em that happens on Thursday night. So there's a lot going on. We have live entertainment Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as
wonderful.
well.
Wonderful.
Friday is acoustics from 6 to 9, and Saturday is a band from 8 to 11. And on Sundays, we have, in addition to the team trivia 5 to 7, we have some live music from 3 to 5 o'clock, which is acoustic. So it's a nice...
That's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. So it's a great place to come, relax, have a drink, get something to eat.
And my favorite part, tell me about the food.
The food is delicious. Everything is fresh. John Radcliffe is our chef. He does a great job. We do a lot of events, a lot of birthday parties, bridal showers, golf outings. So everyone looks at us for events. We have them going on all the time here. He's a great cook. He'll work to make sure he can customize anybody's event. So if you're looking for something a little different or a little special, he can put it together for you.
That's both lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner.
Now, what time does the chef close down?
We open up at 12. We close at 8 o'clock, except Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we stay open until 10.
Now, I don't know its name, but I was told you have the best quahogs here.
We do have the best cohogs
Yes.
here. They're delicious.
Okay, that comes from one of your patrons here.
Oh,
so
well, that's nice to
make
hear.
sure we mention that.
I
so.
hear that a lot. The cohogs are really good.
Hey, Carol, before we go, and I'm reminding folks, we're speaking with Carol Pickering. Carol's the general manager of the beautiful Lakeville Country Club. Is there a website or a way to contact you or the folks here?
You can. You can go on our website at www.lakevillecountryclub.com. It lists all our events. We update it on a weekly basis. You can also like us on Facebook, and you'll get more information up there. We post a lot of pictures, things that are going on, and you can also call us at 508-947-6630.
That's great. Thank you very much, Carol.
Thank you, Pete.
We're going to continue with more Cranberry Country Journal. If you're wondering What's this cool stuff dolphin show that's coming on? How can I get my kids cast in the program? Stick around because you're going to find out as we continue with Cranberry Country Journal live from the Lakeville Country Club. Be right back.
Thanks.
The forest is a magical place for your whole family with animals and fun all around. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Cranberry Country Journal, and again, special thanks to the members from the Lakeville Lions Club. Hope you can make it out to the Lakeville Country Club for the July 19th tournament. And right now I'm delighted to have with us someone from Lakeville. You may recognize the name. It's Mr. Gregg Seibert. Gregg is the owner of Purple Turtle Productions. It's a web video production with commercials and documentaries and numerous other things. But we're here to talk about something he's working on that sounds very exciting. It's called Cool Stuff Dolphins. Did I say that correctly?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's absolutely correct, Paul.
Tell me about that, first of all.
Well, this is a program that we had the idea several years ago. We wanted to partner with a nonprofit organization, and the one that we decided on was National Marine Life Center down in Buzzards Bay. And they have a three-pronged mission. They are in the business or in the protection of animal or marine life to try to rehabilitate marine life. They also do work in terms of research as far as overall marine life and about the oceans and the environment. And the last prong of that mission is the education aspect of it. They have kids groups coming in to the National Marine Life Discovery Center all throughout the summer and really throughout the year. And those kids, they need content to be able to provide to those kids. So we did, several years ago, we entered into a program, a partnership with them, and we decided the best way that we could help them was by producing a program for them, an educational program. So it's a 26:30, meaning 26 minutes, 30 seconds. It's formatted for public television, and it was called Cool Stuff Sea Turtles of the Northeast. And we centered on the 5 different types of sea turtles that come into the Northeast during the summer months. And unfortunately, some of those turtles don't end up going back down where they're supposed to, into the Caribbean or into Florida, and they get cold stunned. And that's where the role of the National Marine Life comes in. People from the Audubon Society and other people, beach walkers they term them, go out and walk the beaches. They find turtles that are now cold stunned, basically in a hypothermic state. And they're injured. They're in a hypothermic state, as I said, and they collect them, they bring them to the National Marine Life Center, and then they nurse them back to health. And the real mission of the National are again, three-pronged, but one of the big pushes in terms of National Marine Life Center is it's different than an aquarium. They take in marine life, they rehabilitate them, and then they release this marine life back into the oceans.
So they're not holding it like similar to what an aquarium would do?
Absolutely not, no.
Is that something possible you see in the future there?
I think that they're going to have, in the future, they have plans. You know, they have, they're building out, they're under a capital fundraising program. And that's one of the other reasons why we're doing the second program, to try to increase awareness about National Marine Life Center and also to be able to help them capital fundraise so that they can get the money to be able to build out their facility. And part of the plan of their facility is that they have several turtle tanks right now, and they can rehabilitate turtles, sea turtles, and also sails. But they want to get a dolphin pool, and that's why we're focusing on Cool Stuff Dolphins, is that this dolphin pool, expensive, but once they get it, they can rehabilitate dolphins and pilot whales and some other types of larger marine life. And then they'll have, as part of that, in conjunction with that, they're planning on having a viewing center for that too. So there'll be an area where the public can come by, they can see the work that's being done, and it won't be a purely aquarium type atmosphere, but they'll see what's going on.
Right, we're speaking with Gregg Seibert, and Gregg is with the owner of Purple Turtle Productions. He's also the director and producer of Cool Stuff, and this one's Dolphins. How did you pick Dolphins for the second one?
We thought that it really it dovetailed with what their overall plan is. You know, they've got the pools now to be able to rehabilitate sea turtles and also seals, as I said. Now the next step is dolphins. So, and everybody loves dolphins, right? We all remember Flipper. Maybe I'm dating myself a little bit, but there's the other reason too is that Cape Cod is a hot spot for strandings, and I don't know if you recall, your audience will recall, but a couple of years ago there were over 200 dolphins that were stranded. It wasn't mass stranding in that there were 200 at the same time. There were 6 here, 8 there. It was mostly pods basically that were stranded, but they were stranded, and there was no place to be able to help nurse these dolphins back or to try to save potential ones that would be savable. So in this case, Kathy Zabzewski, the executive director of the National Marine Life Center, and I talked about it, and we said, I think it makes sense. Dolphins everybody wants to learn about them. Kids are interested about it. The public is interested about it. And this is a great thing to be able to give them a start to be able to capital fundraise for that dolphin pool they need.
Let's talk about the program a bit. I know that last week you had casting calls for hosts, but tell me about the format of the program. I understand you have hosts, but you may be looking for some kids from the area to be part of the cast.
We're going to have an open casting call. We're hoping to have it on June 22nd if everything goes correctly. Yeah. It's a Saturday, and we're looking for kids, and we're really looking for kids of all kinds of makes and nature. Some kids that have experience on TV. We'd like to select a couple of kids that don't have experience on TV, and we're trying to select 4 boys and 4 girls between the ages of anywhere between 6 to say 14, 15 years of age.
And they don't necessarily have to be someone who's in a drama school or performing arts. You're looking
Not
for
at all.
Regular kids.
We're looking for fresh faces.
Yeah.
We want fresh faces, kids that are excited about it, kids that are excited about learning about dolphins, going to have fun on camera, on set. We're going to have fun, so we want them to have fun. So. Well, we're hoping, like I say, to get a good cross-section. We'll probably have a couple of very, very accomplished, polished kids in the cast. Yeah. We'll probably have a couple of kids that have had some television experience, some performing experience, and then we're hoping to have a couple of kids that have never been in any type of performance, but are really, really excited about being there.
So we hope folks from the Cranberry Country area will be out there. Give us the date and the location, Greg. Do you have a date for the casting call for the kids?
Yes, so it's June 22nd. It's Saturday, June 22nd. We're going to begin at the National Marine Life Center, which is located in Buzzards Bay. It's on Main Street. You can go to nmlc.org. I have to get that right as far as my acronym, but National Marine Life Center. And as far as that goes, you can find out their address on our website, and I don't know if you put it up as far as graphic. I hope you do, Paul, but it's www.turtle1, so you have to spell out the one.com/coolstuff, and you'll see the casting call on that as well. And it's going to begin 9 a.m. We don't know what time it'll go to. Depends on how many kids. Yeah. We're figuring 9 to 5, but who knows? There could be 30 kids. There could be 300 kids. We'll see what goes.
Should the kids come prepared, Greg, with anything particular, photo shot, headshots, script, or anything?
They need to have their parents.
Yep.
So their parents need to be with them and stay with them throughout the casting process. They're going to be required to fill out a form, a basic form with their name, address, things of that nature. Nothing special that they're going to need to do in terms of that. And then they'll need to sign a release form, or their parents will need to sign a release form for them to be able to come on camera. And what will happen is that they'll come in and talk with a casting committee. There'll be several people on that. You're going to actually join us, I think, for that day. So Paul's going to be part of the casting crew, and they'll come in, talk with us for about a minute, and they'll go into another room, and then they'll do a reading, basically. Nice, easy. They'll have a little paragraph to read on camera, and we're not looking for anybody to be necessarily polished or finished in terms of that. We're just looking for them to read so that we can see really how photogenic and how they come across on camera.
Should be a fun day too. So we're speaking with Gregg Seibert. Greg is the director and producer of Cool Stuff Dolphins. And do you have a projected date of when you might be filming this?
We're going to film it in July. Right now we're scheduled for mid-July. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag there because we want to keep you a little bit in suspense as far as that goes. But we will be filming sometime in July, and mid-July, and we're going to be at 4 different locations throughout that time. National Marine Life will be one of them. Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute we're going to be down on one of the beaches down the Cape, and the Cape Cod Canal as well. So we're looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be really good. It's really, really exciting.
And we are going to let the cat out of the bag. I understand you are going to announce the host of. You've selected a host to serve as the host for the Cool Stuff Dolphins. Are we at liberty to say her name? Do you want to announce that at this time, or keep people guessing?
I'm going to keep people guessing for right now, but if you go on to our website, which is Cool Stuff, again, it's actually www.turtle1, spell it the one, so turtleone.com/cool stuff. You'll actually see that announcement. We're going to do that at the end of this week.
Oh, that's exciting. So go on there, folks. You'll find out who the host is. And just as importantly, you find out about the program, some of the great work that Gregg's done in the past, as well as seeing how you can get your kids to audition for cool stuff. It is sounding like cool stuff. So, Gregg, there's a lot of other things you've done in the past, but let's introduce you to some of the folks who may not aware of what you've done through your organization, your company, Purple Turtle. Some of the movies, documentaries.
Well, we've done a lot of work. I mean, we've done literally hundreds of different programs. We do television commercials, so 30-second, 60-second spots. A lot of local organizations that we've done that for. We do documentary work. I teach over at Bridgewater State University part-time in the Communication Studies Department. And as an outgrowth of that, I have several faculty members that use our services as far as editing. So we've done a lot of different documentaries. We're working on a documentary right now that's called Bridging Cultures. We've done Small Steps to Green, which is an environmental program. We've done Filter Only, about filtration systems in Cambodia. Tonle Sap Lake, which is the largest freshwater body of water in Cambodia. So we've done a lot of different work in terms of that. We've done some educational work as well. Voice of Educators, an aha moment that was done for a colleague of mine at Bridgewater State University, actually 2 different professors there. So we've done a host of different work, a lot of nonprofit work. We've done stuff for Jimmy Fund as far as golf vacations, Jimmy Fund Golf Tournament. We've done things for the Nelson Foundation, which Paul knows and is very fond of it, Deanna's Fund, a lot of different nonprofits. So we're very comfortable working for anything from corporate production, doing television commercials, to doing documentary work, to also working with nonprofits. I think we're uniquely suited to work with nonprofits because we really thrive in that environment where we're trying to work a budget that may not be that expansive, but yet we try to meet expectations or exceed expectations in terms of keeping budgets low.
Let's talk about the budget. It's going to be difficult getting some funding. Are you looking for funding at all for the project?
Yeah, we're always looking for funding.
Okay.
Yeah, for Cool Stuff, we're if you go on again to the Cool Stuff website, you'll see sponsorship opportunities on that site, and we always need funds. These organizations, although they have great there's great opportunity in those organizations for them to be able to benefit all of us on a community level, on an environmental level. One of the things that they lack is funds to be able to do things that are kind of extra. You know, they're trying to keep the doors open. They're trying to pay for their staff. They're trying to keep the lights on. They're trying to keep their pools, the turtle pools, clean and filtered. And that takes a lot of funding just in the first place. But they don't necessarily have monies to be able to put towards programs that will actually give greater exposure and awareness of their mission. And because we do these types of programs, we're looking for funding. We try to self-fund these projects. So it's essential that people step up and try to help us to be able to help these organizations.
And how do they do that if they were interested in maybe providing some support? You're looking for all kinds of donations, and so it doesn't have to be $1,000 donation.
It can be $1. It could be kids collecting basically quarters. We'd love that. It could be a $10 cash donation that they walk into my studio. We're located at I have to think about it. We're located at 54 Main Street, Unit 15. But that's not likely that people will walk in. But it's just an example that, you know, we'll take basically any type of donation. You know, corporations, we're hoping that we get a main sponsor for this. You know, we're giving back in terms of that main sponsor. They'll basically have their sponsorship proclaimed at the beginning of the program. They'll be in the credits. They'll be involved in all of the press and all of the any print publication or any type of promotional campaign that we do in reference to this Cool Stuff Dolphins program. So there's a lot of opportunity for corporations, but that's not to say that we want to stop at corporations, just individuals. You know, if you can give $5, $10, $25, $100, whatever you can give will really benefit not only us to be able to do the program, but really ultimately National Marine Life, because we'll be able to give them exposure. And I'm concentrating on National Marine Life, but more so, this program, one of the reasons that we had this concept in the first place was not just to help that nonprofit, it was certainly to give them exposure, to be able to do a casting call at their location so that they could get press and excitement and a buzz, and things could be created so that they would be excited and feel part of the program. But ultimately, this is a program to educate kids about dolphins, but past that, it's past dolphins. It's about the oceans, and then it's about the environment, and then it's about being stewards of our planet. That's what we're really about. This is about creating educational outlets or resources so that children feel that they can actually make a positive, and they can. They can make a positive impact about our overall planet and keeping it safe and keeping it for generations to come.
And you'll have them taking part in some cool stuff.
Really cool stuff. A lot of games, a lot of fun stuff in this. There's going to be a website that's devoted. The program will be built, and then the website will be built off of that. There'll be all kinds of educational resources, games, different things that they can do, place where they can send in pictures and drawings and questions. So that'll be cool stuff. That'll be cool stuff, kids.org, and that's to come. But first the matter at hand is get it cast, get it funded. First, get it funded. My wife is big about that. Get it funded, get it cast, shoot it, and then create it. And then there's all kinds of opportunities from there.
In addition to his purple turtle hat, he's wearing a lot of different hats for this production. So, hey, Greg, before we go, again, would you give your website, maybe the telephone number of Purple Turtle Productions, so if people are interested to learn more or learn more about casting?
Sure, Paul.
Please.
That's awesome. I really appreciate you offering that up. So it's www.turtle1, so spell the one, O-N-E, /cool stuff. So it's COOLSTUFF. And if you'd like to contact me directly, you can call me directly on my cell number. It's 774-766-7359. Again, that's 774-766-7359. If it's $1, if it's $1,000, I'd love to talk with you about the project.
A lot of cool stuff will be coming out your way, folks. So please visit the website. Greg, thanks for being on the program.
Paul, anytime. I really appreciate it. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
This is going to continue. Well, actually, we'll conclude this issue of Cranberry Country Journal. A special thanks to Gregg Seibert, as he told us about cool stuff dolphins that'll be filming this summer on Cape Cod. And again, a reminder, if you want your kids to perhaps be selected as part of the cast, you can go down for auditions at the National Marine Life Center. Go on the website, you'll find out more about that. And also go on, because you're going to find out who the host is. You'll be surprised who's been selected. And it's a lot of fun to go on that site. Also want to give special thanks to Lakeville Lions Club, to Dave Rose, Jay Catalano, and Chana Hurd, especially Chana for showing us his famous golf swing. Don't forget, their golf tournament is July 19th, and you have to have those entries in July 11th. You don't have to be in Arnold Palmer. Come out and have some fun. For $120, there's a nice steak dinner and some all kinds of prizes, and you'll get to know more about a good cause, what the Lions Club are all about. In the meantime, special thanks to Alec Russell, the technical guy behind the scenes from LakeCAM. I'm Paul Lazarovich. If you have an idea for a guest, a selection, a topic, write to me at cranberrycountry@hotmail.com. If you use the old snail mail, it's Cranberry Country Journal, Post Office Box 1235, Middleborough, Mass. 02346. Keep that Cranberry Country spirit in your heart. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.